All right, guys, we're back with the last two cards. You could be born in the month of September. Your life path number could be a 9. You could be born on the 9th day, the 11th, 9, 14, 9, 11. You could be born in the 60s, so September 1960 could be your date of birth. Doesn't have to be. 923 is significant. Your life path number could be a 6. All right. You could have been born in 96. Okay. All right. So the expanded meaning, or excuse me, first, I guess I should read it to you, huh? The number 44 is significant as well, and 46. Recognize signs and synchronicities. Some coincidences are random and others are full of meaning. If you dream of someone and then run into them by chance, read a slogan on a billboard that's like an answer to a prayer, or a friend recommends a book on a subject you've been privately pondering, consider it a sign. January 7th and January 8th is significant here. We receive far more signs and synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, every day as intuitive guidance than we realize. Some coincidences are random and others are purposeful, intuitive clues showing up in your external world. Synchronicities act as powerful second opinions on our internal intuition. If you suspect wishful thinking, strong desires, or intense emotions are clouding your intuitive judgment, ask Spirit for impartial and external signs and synchronicities. While Spirit is loving, it is also neutral. You may receive signs and synchronicities that come as welcome confirmation of your desires, or they may reveal a truth that disappoints you or is inconvenient. Signs and synchronicities are designed to point you in the direction of your highest good. During times of transition or uncertainty, you may experience an increase in synchronicities, like single stones eventually forming a complete path that leads you safely through a dense forest. If you're pursuing something not in your highest good, signs could suddenly decrease, encouraging you to pivot or even drastically change course. If you're pursuing something important to your highest good, synchronicities may multiply and intensify. So be mindful of that, guys, when you're out in nature this upcoming week, or just when you're being open to receiving these signs and synchronicities, okay? Understand that 0303 angel number, if you are doing what you need to be doing, and you have that open mind and you're open to receive, you're gonna get all these signs and synchronicities. If you're not, you're gonna feel kind of like lost. Okay, 3, 2, 1 timestamp on the timer. But if you're on point, like with and in alignment with your life's purpose and in moving in the direction that you need to be in your current moment, in the here and now, you can get an overpour of signs and synchronicities, which is going to indicate, yes, you're on the right track. Okay? Action steps. If you think something that happened was not a random coincidence, but a meaningful sign or synchronicity, you're probably right. Pay attention to how you feel when someone calls out of the blue, sends you an email with the timestamp 111, so 111, or another angel number, or walks by you wearing a t-shirt with an animal, sports team, city, or musical artist on it that has special meaning for you. Do you get chills? Does the energy around you become more thick or heavy or heightened? Does the moment feel pregnant with meaning? Does time seem to slow down? Also, what were you thinking about when the synchronicity happened? Repetitive synchronicities reveal important themes in our lives, or they can be a call to take more proactive action regarding an issue. Ask Spirit or your higher self for more signs by saying a prayer, making a quick request in your thoughts, or writing your query down in your journal. Record signs in your journal that show up repetitively, yet their meanings are not immediately understood. They may become clear later. All right? May 1st, May 2nd is significant here. All right, so let's go to 60 here. Consider the spiritual perspective. Look at a situation through the eyes of spirit. While there are many perspectives on every situation, the spiritual perspective reveals how you might heal or grow through a circumstance, or how you might use an experience to enlighten or help others. Create your own deeper meaning regarding a relationship, circumstance, or event. Okay? While it may not be true that everything happens for a spiritual reason, it may be truer that we can often assign deeper meaning to a circumstance or an experience in a helpful way. Embracing a deeper meaning you create around a very challenging situation or a very joyful one can make life a richer and more rewarding journey. In Man's Search for Meaning, psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl posits that humans crave meaning, which can provide the stamina to survive the worst times and push us to be better people in the best times. If your spouse is going through a very stressful season at work, you might find deeper meaning in supporting them emotionally, knowing that the silver lining of this difficult phase will be increasing your intimacy and bond as a couple. Someone who loses a loved one to a terrible illness might find meaning in becoming an advocate for other families going through a similar nightmare, and also find some healing for themselves in this process. The self-made CEO might find meaning in their success by creating a nonprofit that funds college educations for young people who otherwise could not afford it. The spiritual perspective could be provided to you intuitively from spirit or your higher self, or you could discern an uplifting perspective that resonates with you about how you can heal, grow, or help others in a unique way now. And the action steps. Before trying to discern, intuit, or create a spiritual perspective on a current situation, take time to connect with and process your emotions. Don't use the spiritual perspective to deny challenging, painful, or intense emotions. If anything, the spiritual perspective should bolster you while you sit with your emotions. Whenever you need help sitting with your emotions, please reach out to loved ones or healthcare professionals for support. Ask others who have gone through something similar for inspiration and tips. What deeper meanings about healing, growing, enlightenment, and helping others informed their journeys? Other people's experiences of surviving or other people's experiences of thriving can be very empowering now. Be open to your intuition showing you many perspectives on a current situation. Acknowledge other perspectives, yet focusing more on the spiritual perspective could be the best medicine now. Never use the spiritual perspective as an excuse to stay in a situation that is abusive or that puts your mental, physical, or emotional health at risk. Seek out more emotional support now and increase your self-care, as this card indicates you're navigating a pivotal experience that may ask much from you. Take comfort and find strength in the spiritual perspective. Angel number 131 is significant. Okay, we have harmony in the middle of independence or a new beginning. We have feminine energy, maybe protecting your feminine energy. And then we have the emotional part of this as well. We have Cancer up here, which does represent like emotions as well, okay? But be mindful of this, and for those that are on this spiritual journey, and being enlightened regarding you know, the spiritual realm, the spiritual world, you know. Just be mindful on this journey and where you're at in this journey. 10:01 timestamp. Look that angel number up, and it's reflection. Okay, you're reflecting here. It looks like a completion of something now converted into a new beginning. So that's also what that gives. All right. But guys, that is it for today's Monday's Mindful Messages. All right, I hope you enjoyed. Save these videos, reflect on these videos, study them, and apply what you need, what is for you. Take heed, okay? This is very beneficial stuff, okay? All right, until next time, peace, love, and light.